Shall we then? Mr. Mark, huzzah, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Oh, OBS, when will you ever learn? There we go. Excellent. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to How Not to LCnP. So I was gonna... Today we are going to do a little more testing on our Venus lander thing. I also want to run a quick test on our commercial applications thing. Since we have to hand the satellites over anyway, and because the solar panels on the navigational satellite unit don't seem to work, I'm gonna cheese it. Yeah, we're gonna cheese it. So, here's this. Let me just open the fairings, and we'll toggle open close. Pow! 3 navigational satellites. They all have solar panels on them that I have added so that they can stay powered up, and some motors to circularize them. Hopefully it won't be so much that it flubs the orbit, but we're going to see if we can get the contract to complete by doing it this way, because why the hell not? So let's simulate this. It does make our last launch kind of useless, but do I care? Nah, I want to get this program done and kind of out of the way so we can move on to other more interesting things. Also, our astronauts will be done recovering from their latest bout of, I don't know, I guess injury. I wonder if we still have to mission train them again. But yeah, we're going to try our Gemini thing once again. Scent guidance, that's what I need. And let me check the parameters on this, because our early navigation satellite, 3 satellites, periapsis above 700,000. Pulsity, how's it going? Good to see you. Man, it's been a minute. Eccentricity below 004, so basically circular at polar orbit inclination. So let's just put our periapsis down at 180 with an attach, and we'll put our target apogee at what, 7? Well, let's just round it out. Go clear at 800. Boo! Eek! Gilla Kriegsman, how's it going? Oops, did I hit numlock? I bet you I did. Alright, and then orbital inclination, we'll go for a flat 90. And all of that should be good. Quick look over our staging, and that should all check out. Yes, excellent. You have 8 more days of classes left before you're a good code maker. Excellent. And congratulations. That's awesome. Engage autopilot and ignition. So how does it feel to be a good code maker? Oh, come on. What? Are we not, what's going on here? Target is unreachable even with infinite ISP. Alright, well, disengage autopilot. Let's say 700 then. Engage autopilot. Initializing. Nope, target is unreachable. That's interesting. Do you see casters? I hope you do. Nope, let me refresh my Twitch box things. Maybe I can't do this as well as I thought I could. We got multiple ignitions. Let's see if it'll get us to a 500. Oh, hello! It is decided that we are going to go now. Get to work from home? Oh, they are casters. We don't have the algols unlocked yet. Measly little casters. Work from home for the next 5 weeks. Dude, wow. Lucky. I would love it if I could do that. Everything you need to finish 250 infantry at your disposal is going to take 2 days. The fact that you can do 250 infantry in 2 days is alarming. Please get some sleep. Don't forget to eat food and drink water. Please. Alright, casters clearing away. Oh, none of them exploded this time. That's of benefit to someone, I'm sure. See, unreachable with infinite ISP, and yet it's telling us that we will have dang near 3 kilometers per second left in our upper stage after this. That's interesting, I would say. I'm very curious as to why we can't just go to our... I mean, we're going to have to circularize, but we've got 3 ignitions on that X405H, so I guess we're using all of them, provided this even attempts to work. I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, fairing sep won't happen until after staging anyway. Or way too low for fairing sep. Why am I... Yeah, that's just dumb, Cosmo. Cosmo, don't be dumb. Could do the cavalry as well, but that would take all of Wednesday. You can work from home. You got paid to play with PLC this week, and somehow it ended up more finicky than programs and launch complexes. was it a Mitsubishi PLC? I am not going to eat Thin Mints. They've been sitting here taunting me for days now. Alright, so far so good. 14 seconds until Miko. One to staging. Pow! Right in the kisser. Fairings. Okay, a little early to ditch those, but alright, you do you, Sweet Pea. Good light on the 405. Yeah. Unreachable with infinite ISP. You will have 2.8 kilometers per second at your disposal at the end of this. Good job. Nah, tried to be cheap in Siemens Loco series, on the verge of giving up and doing your usual, just spending the client's money on Alliance-based PLC, Linux-based PLC. Well, you know. Go with what you know. Like twice a year for clients. Home automation bullshit. Oh man, one of those. Okay. I say my old boss left the company a couple of years ago. Um, Basically, in his time with various other manufacturing facilities, came into enough equipment that was to be junked that he has a PLC that basically runs his whole house. All his HVAC, his water heater, his alarm system, like all of this. So siege deployment is complete, and he would come to work all the time and complain about how some part of it was always effed up. It was like, it'd be kind of cool to do all that, have a little touchscreen HMI somewhere in the house where you can control just like everything, and you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi enabled nonsense and stealing your data. But hearing him complain about it near constantly dissuaded me. Who's pain in the butt though is your Centils need new, bigger bases. You have to find out the new size. Does sound like a big pain in the ass. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, 16 seconds left on our circ burn. Probably. Should have just told him to go to 500 by 500 circular. Doing a boiler heating solar integration for heating an off-grid-ish cabin. Ah, okay. It's honestly, in that rare instance, it's probably the best solution for the problem at hand. Alright, and so now we want to, let's change our periapsis to, let's go for, I don't know, what's our maximum is 1.2 million, so let's bump it up to, I don't know, 950 at the next apoapsis. Yes, create node. Wait, what? Oh, hold on a second. I want to burn at our next apoapsis. to change our apoapsis to 950 at the next apoapsis, because I want to do a big bump first. Create node, and then we'll do the little bump a little later. Execute next node, please. Nice thing about PLC-based controllers, if you F with it, nothing breaks compared to HomeKit. Yeah, okay, exactly. Well, I mean, sensors, actuators, there's, I don't know, the more components you have integrated, the more points of failure there are. But yeah, as far as like the code suddenly deciding it doesn't want to logic, in reality probably shouldn't happen. Residential elections drool over DIN rails and terminal blocks and all the toys when I put together control panels. I say when I built this desk, I actually put some DIN rail with cable channeling on the underside of it, so I can keep all my wires for my PC off the ground and not just like dangling down behind the desk looking all crappy. That was the happiest part of building this thing, was cable management. Yes, I am that boring old man. Alright. Coming around into the node now. A little bit of boil off, but we should still be well within spec on this. Only the luxury of not having bits smashing into little bits to make smaller bits, and our sensors and such are much more reliable at suddenly deciding they don't want to do the smashy. Abort node execution. Alright, and then let's create a node to circularize. At the next apoapsis. Node, another 211 in 19 seconds. We've got it in spades. Hold on. Remove all nodes. Create node. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Friends that do control for auto factories in Southern Ontario, and the pain of their jobs make me happy to build homes. Yeah. I met with a lot of people who do double E's in car factories, and yeah, I do not envy that stuff, even in the slightest. Rugged Goose, how's it going? Good to see you. So far so good. We are, well, you know, our 405H and its overly enthusiastic gimbal has set us into a bit of a spin here, but we are testing out to see if I can just complete this early navigation set network thing on one launch by cheesing it a whole bunch. Oh man, I wonder if arresting the spin is going to cost us literally all of our RCS propellant. It should be the only RCS propellant we have on board. That's our helium that we need to keep track of. So, you know, hopefully not. Let's say if it didn't do that kick and wiggle every time it was lighting up, then we wouldn't really have this issue, now would we? Let's physics warp it up. Let's see if we can't arrest some of this a little more cleanly. Hopefully. Nah. Having a lot of fun on RP1 this week. Designed 2 of your favorite planes in KSP. Nice. A friend described their day as, so today at work, a 5-ton robot picked up a 2-ton vehicle frame and decided for no apparent reason to smash it through an overhead cableway. Yeah, not cool. Whoa, not cool. Just what a no apparent reason. AI is the future. Let's distrust the robots entirely, shall we? Please. Alright, sorry. I drank water wrong. Because, yeah. That happens. Wow, that took a whole lot of our propellant. Oh yeah, we're pulling HTP from probably one of these. Oh no, that's our balloon tank. Duh. There we go. Because, yeah, there's our extra HTP. We could move it, but there's no discernible reason. Well, it's hitting control, not... No, or is it alt? It's alt. Wow. Out. Maybe we adjust the fuel flow priority here. Dink dink. Just so this will give us a slightly more accurate representation of what we actually have left. Wouldn't that be nice? More HTP than helium. I guess stop. Whatever. It's all gonna come out the same end. Alright, 43 minutes until this. Gonna boil off a bit more of that liquid oxygen, but no worries. All we need is for stuff not to break and the batteries not to die. How is our electric charge? Looking good. Excellent. Glad to see it. The site supers you work for is convinced AI is the future. Challenge him to finish a legal game of chess against ChatGPT. 2 hours later, still smashing his head to desk. Put said plate in the Discord. Oh yes, I do want to look. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yep, no ignitions remaining. Good job. Abort node execution, remove all nodes. We're just going to let this spin do its thing, shall we? How are we on those contract completions? Alright, so... yep, not Navisat Net 1. Let's go ahead and we'll stage one of them off. Tunk. Let it kick itself around, and then... this is gonna go very well. Spin. Hey, that actually arrested its spin. Look at that. That worked. Holy shit. We just needed one more? Well, I guess because this counts as another one. Crikey. Really? Alright, where's the sun? Let's... Whoosh. There we go. I do enjoy. Alright, deploy. They don't really do anything, but whatever, deploy. And then our last one here. This is so cheese. Oh, well, alright then. I guess you do you there, sweet peas. So yeah, it'll work. Oh, I did not account for that one poking straight out of the side. That's not cool, bro. Alright. So yes, this will work. It's performing the shakedown test right now. And I am okay with that. ChatGPT chess is good times. Suddenly decided halfway through that checkers rules. Your classmates rely on ChatGPT instead of actually working through the problems. Then they complain when ChatGPT doesn't fix their issues. Yeah, it does a really good job of getting lots of things very wrong and just being really confident about how not wrong it is. Revert flight to the VAB. Excellent. I think we'll put a big check mark in this one. All right. Oh, Rocket Goose. Hell yes. Dude, those are awesome. So, yeah. Let's hit save and save edits. That'll take 38 days to slap together. From the high school teacher. It takes about 3 seconds to figure out when a paper is chat GPT. It only works till you get a professor that cares enough to submit the plagiarism paperwork. Alright, yeah, this little guy, we're gonna bump you to the top. Ching, there's that. Reconditioning, let's go ahead and warp to complete on that. Oh, we need to get our Venus thing building, don't we? And we're gonna do some launch testing of that. Zenith. I'm pretty sure we're gonna launch it on an F2T. Yeah, our 200 tonner pad. Let's dig that out and start our testing again. Open. So I think, yeah, last time I hadn't scaled anything down to make it fit, right? Venus Lander 5 test vehicle. Let's load that one up, shall we? Or did I? Did I scale it down? It took a whole day. It cruises at 30 kilometers. First supersonic flight node unlocked. Nice. Logistics and algorithms teacher basically told us one day they thought at least half the year was going straight up submitted generated code for their assignments. I know what human-made code looks like. That ain't it. Yeah, looks like I did scale this down. So it's definitely a lot smaller than it was, and we did the orbital entry speed capture tests. Am I right? Yeah. So let's drag this down a little bit so we're not screwing stuff up. Set you off to the side, and let's check if there's any other produced. None. Seriously? If we optimize, that's it. Oh, it's 2 days at Earth. Interesting. What? He's perfected coming up with the least elegant code to solve a simple problem. Fair. Alright, and you don't really need to have an internal antenna because you're going to burn up in the atmosphere and we're not going to rely on you to bounce said signal. So that brings our vessel mass down to 241. Let's leave it at 245. Just buy us a little more room to work with here. It's the solar panel thing that I'm concerned about. Target body, we have to cycle this all the way around. Maybe I did scale those down. Does anybody remember if we scaled those down last week? Titan, Uranus, Miranda, Ariel, Umbria, Oberon, Neptune, Light, Pluto, Charon, Mercury, Venus, Perpetual. Okay. And so if we, yeah, produced none because it's not putting into the daylight. Not a whole lot of problem. 108 watts. So if we keep the transmissions low until it gets there, then it'll be fine. Said you did spend a few days teaching ChatGPT how to design rockets for RP1 and did it. Interesting. It took longer than designing the rockets yourself. That's fair. Alright, so let's just go ahead and re-optimize this. We're going to open up that inner just a smidge and get rid of some of our excess battery. 9%, that's good. And hey, numbers that all end in 0, I will happily take that. Ends down to 240, so let's knock that down to 241. And then optimize again. Yeah, okay. Ends in a 6, but whatever. We won't hold that against it, I suppose. Save. Do we foil it? No, too close a proximity to the brass. All right. Boom. Nope, not you. Actually, yeah, we do want to keep this, don't we? Because this upper stage has the trussing on it that I like. So let's pull that in like so. What's our total delta V out of this? 7164. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so let's drag out our F2T Bravo. Set that here, and then go on about removing all the things that we already got. Like so. Like so. There we go. And let's make sure this thing can get to orbit with enough slack to get us home. Or to get us to Venus, I should say. Alright, so we tuck in the skirt. Leave a gap for the Kraken, but maybe not quite that much. Alright, and let's set up our staging. So, main engines. Yep. Clamps. Yep. Booster sep. Yep. Staging. RCS ignition. Staging needs to have ullage. And where's the bottom one? That would be you. You go down there, and then you can stay here. Which 4 RCS are you? That's that and that. Nope. Beauty ring sep needs to be down here. Nope, that's that. You need to go up there with those. You can go away. Alright, so that should be just about everything we need, right? Alright, booster sep happens, then ignition of the engine, separation, ullage motor fire, RCS comes online, ullage ring falls away, and that's that. So fairings, and then we're clear to do our test and then get this thing built. Probably. Payload, we'll just grab, no. Before we do that, let's put away the solar panels. Oh, do we have this gained appropriately? Shit. Yeah, 32 dB, that should be good. The fact that it's not 30 means I probably paid attention to it at some point for some reason. Bloop. Fairings probably not be on the first stage. There we go. Save. Lander 5 test vehicle. How much tooling is there in this? I just want to see the cost. 28,000. That's not bad, really. Let's close you and run the sim. Let's see if we can get to orbit with enough slack left over to get us to Venus. If we have to optimize some more, then so be it. If we have to move up a class for our launch vehicle, then so be it. You want those tanks on the bottom side of the upper stage mount as separate tanks. Oh yeah, like the ones that hang off the side, kind of. I wish they had more specific stuff like that. Alright, let's switch to 180 by 180, and let's launch into the plane of the moon. It's probably not what we're doing, but it's kind of the loosest way to gauge. Set as target, launch into plane of target, and engage autopilot, and you can go away. I don't know. Loosest, easiest way for us to kind of gauge how much we'll have left over when we get there. A few parts like that, and yet another modular tanks part. Oh, interesting. Now, say there's like modular RCS tanks that I started using on a few things that have a couple of parts that are kind of like that, but nothing quite that cool. And of course, using an asymmetrical tank in reality like that makes things unbalanced, and especially if it's a fuel tank, because then the balance shifts. It's a whole big thing. All right, so far so good. As long as this doesn't do what our first Gemini test vehicle decided to do, which was eat its lunch and come right back home. I think we're in, I don't know. It's saying we'll have currently 4.8 kilometers per second remaining when we get to orbit. We'll see how much that changes over the course of this ascent path. But man, that'd be great. That'd be more than enough to get us there. I would happily take it if this number ends up being the truth of the matter. That means we can put a lander on Venus with our little guy. I mean, it's not our littlest guy, but our littler guy. IRL, they can hang an entire brick with wings off the side of a rocket. Flies fine. KSP, God forbid you have a single tiny offset RCS tank. Nope. Time to pinwheel. Let's kick it and spin, y'all. Alright. Starting to lean into it now, which means booster step is about 10 seconds away. When are you sending Kerbals to Venus? It is, in fact, something I have never done. I mean, well, no, I sent them into an orbit around Venus. I had a Venus station in the 113 save for quite a while. Venus Impactor, crude. Like, our reputation's gonna take a hit anyway. Go, enjoy. If we're gonna go there, we'll figure out how to bring you back later. It'll be fine. This is fine. Assisted Kerbal suicide via interplanetary exploration. Yeah, still says we're... Man, I can't help but wonder if this means our staging is wrong. If we'll actually have that much Delta V left when we get to orbit. It seems a bit excessive, but okay. The early first moon landing era episode, offhandedly mentioned a crude Venus flyby. Like, oh man, for that. It was probably one of those things where I was like, I would really like to try that. Just the slingshot crude Venus flyby thing, and could never get the flight planning right. Because I was then, even more so, but still am, very bad at slingshotting stuff. Sounds very RP0. Doing Apollo hardware. Yeah, like, that was kind of the plan. Is like, I was still, well, I'd say, the first early moon landing things I did in my 113 save were with Mercury hardware. It made the first Mars mission so much cooler. That, man, yeah, that stuff was so much fun. So I guess my thoughts back then were is like, if I could use the moon hardware I have, because Kerbals don't care about living space or anything like that, and just slingshot them around Venus and bring them back for essentially free, then I was all for doing it. But I could never get the flight plan to work. Purple noodle, not flybys, slingshots. Whoa! Okay. Whatever the fuck that was, but alright, we're back on course and sailing free. Purple Noodle mod fly by. Slingshots are easy now with gravitational potential overlay plotter. Interesting. Just getting to cruise Mars missions and Jupiter probes and your save killed itself. Oh no! You're good, you're good! So much burnt text still bothers me, because it's all I had! Didn't leave enough Kraken gap. Apparently not. We'll have to re-gap for the Kraken. But yeah, I want this part. Like just this. The mount, the tank, just this. And same thing with this here. I want just this part. And you know, that's the same thing, but scaled. Better than Gemini moon landing. But by how much? So yeah, this is actually looking pretty good for being able to launch our Venus things. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Alright. Yeah, and that's our isogrid tank for preventing boil off, so we should be able to take a loose lap if we need. X-15 moon landing. So my first orbital attempts in the 113 save was an X1 cockpit on top of a rocket. That ended badly, by the way. But yeah, X-15 cockpit can do it, so why the hell not? Hey, would you look at that? And yeah, 4.6 left in the tanks. That's more than enough to get us there. So, I'm gonna call it good. Let's tool it up and build it. Hold on a second. Create a node to advanced transfer to another planet. Limited time, let you do your calcs. I should probably select the target. Set as. Ding. If I just create node, an error occurred. Pork chop. Ding. Lowest delta V is 3.59 and 238 days. Create node. Ka-ching. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, 3.6-ish, give or take. Remove all nodes. Get rid of that. I'd say let's done. Let's build it. This right, took 4 or 5 attempts at Mars. It was rather time consuming. Yeah, easily. I think I failed at Mars probably 5 times before I actually pulled off a landing. And then I was like, all right, time to send a crew. Revert to the VAB. My life saves the space planes only. Lunar spaceplane is hard. Yeah. Jeez. The 6-stage launch vehicle. Infinity fun to watch skipping out of the atmosphere, smashing into the surface. All right, let's get this tooled up. Yeah, it's mostly avionics and things associated with the lander itself. Purchase all toolings, please and thank you. There we go, and yes, this is where it will be built. Integration time will take 436 days. That is not actually the case. We're going to transfer over a bunch of engineers. So, let's get her built. Oh, geez, really? Yeah. unlock. Alright. Added vessel, and I guess we should we build it back up? Yeah, let's build it back up. Why not? Oh. Oh, good. Y'all hear this? Of course, I lean closer, it stops. But I think one of my fans in my PC is deciding it wants to angrily not have a bearing anymore. Alright, and we need to reassign some engineers. Yeah. Not knocking the attempts, by the way. At least you got to the planet in orbit beforehand. Rip your headphones solves the problem. Absolutely does. Alright, so our F2 pad needs more engineers. Nobody at the hangar. Orbiter 1 is very busy. 101A, we actually don't need them currently. Let's pull 300 off. Dunk, dunk, dunk. How does that do for your build time? 82 days. Yeah, that's good enough. We'll have a rollout to do at some point, so maybe we'll have to shuffle some of them back, but I think our crew is actually... Oh, wait, no, we can start that now, as a matter of fact. It'll take 15 days. Let's check to see if the crew needs to be trained up. Astronauts. 24 May. And then we can either fly them or we'll have to train them. But either way, I don't think waiting the 2 weeks or whatever it's going to take to get closer to that is going to matter much. 2, 3, 4. Ding. Alright, they're free. I guess training. Mission Gemini. Boom, boom. 90 days. Okay, this is going to take 90 days. Maybe we skip out on that. Gosh, I wish there was a way for me to check. Alright, hold on. There has to be something that tells me... Astronauts. Mandy Kruger. Training, they're proficient. Is there something in here that would tell me if they need mission training? I guess I'm just going to have to train them, right? Mission Gemini. Boom, boom. 23 August. So, fine. We'll just do it. Considering it's 1968 and Cosmo still hasn't launched Gemini, does he beat Elon to Mars in this save? We will make that the goal. Our goal here in this save is to beat Elon to Mars. Let's say mission training for Gemini if they had mission training. They did have mission training, but they did that mission and it failed. So mission training also expires. So I was hoping that maybe it's possible for crew training to expire while on mission. Pooh, buddy, I really hope not. Need to launch before that expires. Indeed. Alright, so they got 90 days. That's going to be like August. This will be ready in June. That's 30 days. So I guess we're going to go ahead and do our Navisat thing first. We'll hit warp to complete. No more power on the docking target. Don't care, it'll be back. Ding. Alright, let's start that rollout. Roll it out. Yeah, these two I'm going to scrap at least one of them. Hopefully we can just knock out this contract and move on with our day. Sure how it works, the new mechanism for needing to be trained on all the modules they enter. Yeah, I'm a little curious on that my own self. Ding. Alright, launch. Let's get this done and out the way, shall we? At least this contract. I think we still have to do a Molina orbit to wrap up the program. But that should be... I don't know. Not too bad, all things considered. Alright, gonna run right on, Pulsey. Thanks for stopping in. It's good to see you. Enjoy your last 8 days of school, classes, before becoming a good coder. GLHF. No, you get lag and have fail. Alright, so it's gonna make me launch to 500 because things are dumb. Let's ratchet that up to 90. And yeah, that's all we need, right? Gauge autopilot and ignition. Get me wrong, I think it's just a mission training for what they launch in and off training for anything they'll try to get in. Interesting. Interesting. Kerbal trapped in space in a scuffed Gemini can't get inside a dinosaur passenger cabin. Oh man, that's pain. But I don't know how to use the passenger seat. I've never been trained. What if the buckles are wrong? I don't know how to buckle any buckles except my buckling buckles. It's all just so bad. Alright. So, yeah, no failures. I don't know why I just assumed that there wouldn't be failures, but here we are, not having failures. And I am enjoying it. At least we got that going for us, eh? Like Bill Hicks said, it's just a ride. Needs to be a minimum trained crew for capsules, so space rescue is viable. Ah, interesting. Yeah, like, now technically, you should be able to fly Apollo with like one or two people who are trained and proficient in it, right? You should be able to fly the LEM with only a single trained Kerbal. Both of them don't need to be proficient and have mission training. One of them just needs to sit down and shut up. Said NASA makes Blue Origin train its dogstronauts for a few months before they go for their ride. Dongstronauts. Interesting. Dongstronauts. I see what you did there. Alright. Pow! Right in the kisser. Alright. And that's cleaning itself up nicely as we're going to go ahead and complete our push to orbit. I think it'd be better if untrained Kerbals could enter but wouldn't be able to control. Yeah, that makes sense. It's possible to do unguided stages with MechJab without it freaking out and shutting off. Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense. I would vote for that. They don't go high enough to be astronauts, but they do get a little... Oh. Just a little bit, though. Sorry, I had a big sneeze there. Feeling much better, though. You just add a probe and cheese the trading altogether. Oof, that was a little clunky on the release. I mean, yeah, not saying that I wouldn't add a probe and cheese the trading altogether, because I would totally be the reason that workaround gets worked around. Alright, I think what else we are going to do here is set a gimbal limit on this to 10% in hopes that maybe it won't go so crazy on us. It really does not need to be. It used to be, but speedrunners be speedrunners. You know, it happens. I don't know. If your methodology is to just F with speedrunners, then I don't know. I think you're approaching development a little wrong. And well, I thought we were shutting down. There we go. And engine shutdown. RCS to arm. Oh, no, did I close maneuver planner? That was stupid of me. MacJeb has gotten us into a 500 by 177. I think that's good enough for right now. Maneuver planner, please. We are going to change our periapsis at the next apoapsis to, let's go 950. Create node. No, never mind. We're going to change periapsis. Now we want to change our apoapsis at the next apoapsis to 950. Create node, 120 meters per second in 1 hour and 27 minutes. Sorry. Yeah, that's like right where we were. No, we want to remove all nodes, change it at the next apoapsis. Create node. There we go. 211. Good enough for me. And execute next node, please. There'd be a way to check if avionics is provided by a Kerbal for contracts. Interesting. The default KSP mission manager has checks for has avionics, is pilot, etc. So checking for crew training can't be too hard. Depending on how it's set up, yeah, you'd think. Follow your prescribed methodology and you shouldn't have too many issues with that. I'm not familiar enough with the code to even speculate, to be honest, so. Let's pull up our contract parameters here. All right. Gently angle us in. All right, hopefully limiting the gimbal on this thing won't cause it to kick around like ass crazy when it gets close to completing the node. When it's kicking off to the side when it lights and suddenly gets that big with thump. That's what's causing it to go all cattywampus on us. So hopefully we can make that not a problem. Oh yeah, all the wiggles. Good job. And now spend the rest of that time chasing the node. Abort node execution. Remove all nodes. Circularize at the next apoapsis. Create node. 49 minutes. Yeah, we're 961, so we're still within spec on that half of the contract. You also get the ComNet path, i.e. if control comes from home or a Kerbal on board. Oh yeah. Execute next node. Now you're going to spend your entire time despinning because for some reason our engine decided it had to be offset of its near full range of motion. I'm going to limit your gimbal back down to like 3. I wonder if that control actually does anything, because at least by the animation, that gimbal is still way gimbaled. And yeah, now we need to do fizz warp so that we can burn off all of our RCS propellant trying to kill this spin. For fuck's sake, X405H, why would you do this to me? Seems like you've got it mostly in hand. Mostly. I had a thought. It'd be cool if you could give old stored vehicles to a museum and get rep in return rather than scrapping them for money. Huh. Yeah, scrap for cash or scrap for rep. I don't know, like, it should be diminishing returns, however. Like, I don't know, the ninth booster of a specific thing that you sell to a museum isn't going to net the same amount of money as, like, the first did. I think normal recovery or museum recovery from flight vehicles, like, you can forego getting your money back on recovered parts and trade that for a rep that you get for giving it to a museum or something. The benefit of making your own burn scripts is that you can lock the steering and gimbals the last second before the engines turn off. What about before they turn on? Your old LVs are so terrible that no museum wants them. Then you sell them to some nefarious dictator as missiles. You get a lot more money, but you get negative rep. Nope, went into time warps. Now I can't adjust it. I'm going to lock the gimbal until the engine's running. Huh. Abort. Remove all nodes. That's hilarious. That gimbal lock did absolutely nothing. Kill rotation. Let's see if we can't just... Let's use up the rest of our propellant as best we can. And yeah, hey, it's running the checks. Oh, it's not, because we have to decouple one of them and then it will run the checks. So how about... Meow. Katunk. Alright, let's let this thing come around about... Yeah. Whoosh. There you go. Deploy. Now you may navigational. Try to de-spin the rest of this thing while we're doing our shakedown testing. I'll at least do this poor customer the favor of getting all 3 of their satellites off of my LV before I shake their hand and tell them the job is done. Who cares that their orbit is pretty much the exact same thing at the exact same time. But, whatever. Where's the other little guy? Nah, who cares? I don't think this thing is going to de-spin in a minute, so... This is the cheesiest use of spin motors I've ever seen. It's the one time I'm using them to actually do what they're supposed to do, which is spin something. I needed these satellites to be spun up so that we could use all of their solar panels. How is that cheesy? This is the one complaint I don't understand. Oh, you want a global communications network? I thought you wanted a really good signal for this one place in particular. Yep, contract has been completed successfully and the satellites have been transferred to the customer. Oh, yeah. Well, that's interesting. Did not see that one coming. Alright, let's rename this. Command, rename vessel. I don't know. Junk. It's now space junk. Accept. And we're done. Yay! Contract complete. Back to the Space Center. Woo! Alright, that's one win in the win column today. Oh. Let's go see what the last contract for that thing is actually going to be. Venus landing. We should probably pick up this contract. As well as Venus atmospheric probe. Yeah. Enter Venus's atmosphere below 110 kilometers and transmit science. We have every intention of doing that. First Molino orbit satellite required. Yeah. Periapsis above 500,000, eccentricity above 0.7, inclination between 61 and 65, argument of periapsis between 220 and 320 degrees. The periapsis needs to be in the northern hemisphere. Okay. ComSat payload with 15 units on the craft. Okay. We can walk through this with a ComSat pretty easily. Just correct orbit with the parameters. Note the argument of periapsis values means that the apogee needs to be high in the northern latitudes. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant to say. I'm jealous if I ever figured out to spin generate enough gyroscopic forces to stop a probe from spinning. I didn't figure it out. It was just a happy accident. Any tips on Caveman Orbital LV? Just taking a first orbit heavy program, still very early in the rocket tree. I don't know. Super orbital stuff I did, I think, with an RD 101 and then a 2-stage Soviet B on top of it, and the Soviet B was unguided. So basically the avionics has RCS on it. You decouple the avionics from the rest of the rocket, and you use that to angle into your prograde vector and start your spin, and then you just 2-stage B it. And you're good to go. Alright, optional, required. Hold the fucking phone. I already did both of these. Or one of them at least. I can't take it anyway, so hold on. Oh, let me check the admin building. Early commercial applications. Yeah, complete contract, first Molino orbit, and then complete satellite network. I have to do that again with a comm network. Ay. Or I could do comm network 4 satellites. Whatever. Fuck me. So not quite done. We gotta do it with a communications network also. So let's go pick up that one for 3 satellites. And hope that it's going... Oh, I can't because I'm all full up on contracts right now. We gotta do this Molino thing first. Which, honestly, we're probably just gonna queue up one of our geosynchronous ones because we built so many of them. It'll be pretty easy. Juno, the ultimate early American orbit cheese, detachable avionics with pointing thrusters and a crap ton of solids. Yes. Alright, so it's probably going to be down in the BPCE range. Navisat. Or oh no, we launched the geocoms on F2Ts, which those are significantly heavier. So Bellsat should be a comsat. Let's just check that real quick. We can close our eyes while you Alt F12 the commercial applications contract. Toggle open closed. Yeah, this looks like it is a comsat bus with 80 units on board, so it'll fulfill the contract for our Marlinia sat, which needs only 15, and I don't have to do anything else. Yep, it's all tooled and ready to go. So toggle open closed. Let's rename it Bellsat M for Molina, because I don't know how to spell that. Hit save and add it to the build list at Orbiter 1. Yes, launch. 30 days to do that. Sweet. And then let's... Oh, what assumptions do we want to make about the navigate or about the ComSat network thing? You do know you can put your craft files in folders. Yeah, I mean, fair. um, but I'm not gonna. Juno was so successful they took the entire upper stage assembly and put it on a Jupiter and tried to send a fancy grapefruit past the moon. Fancy grapefruit indeed. Toggle open close. Now this is the part that's gonna bother me, is I can't just switch this to ComSat. I wish I could, but I cannot. And so unfortunately I need to remove the whole dumb thing and then hit ComSat satellite bus times 3. Chunky boys, ain't you? Eurostar, Syncom, Molina. We haven't done any of the Molinas yet, but they're pretty chunky. How small do we have to get them before the fairings will resize themselves to not be ridiculous? There we go. Excellent. And how much payload do they have? None. Go ComSat 2, ComSat 3 is right out, isn't it? Yep, okay, cool. Tank UI, ComSat payload, add 156. I don't think we need anywhere near that. Let's just put it at 100 for right now, and then add the rest in battery. And when we actually take the contract, we will update these as necessary. ComSat net 1. Save. Let's tank UI, then save it again so it doesn't cause us all kinds of dumb things, and same with that. Save again. Excellent. I guess I'll go ahead and add it to the build list for now. Do I have to tool any of that? Nope. Okay, good. Launch. There we go. Which is what you've been trying to write a launch program to do. Fun. If I remember correctly, you need a crap ton of ComSat payload for these missions. A crap ton. I really hope not. So I think the last ones were... They were 100, I believe, of NavSat payload. Which we're able to do. Without too much problem, so I'm hoping that's why I chose 100, but we'll check the contract details a little later when we're closer to having that contract done. I think our crew training is going to be done relatively soon. Space station era materials science is next to be done. When is our astronaut training going to complete? 23 August, so we got like 2 months left on that. And it'll take, what, 15 days to roll this out? Yep. So, like, the 15th of August is when we need to do that. This will be done July. So, we'll just skip ahead to that. Oh, hey, no, I forgot to rearrange our build order. BellySat M, you need to go to the top of the list. Actually, yeah, let's, well, that'll be done. No, no, this Venus Lander 5 will be done in 26 days. That'll be done in 28 days, which is August 11th. That's about when we need to start our rollouts. So let's do both, shall we? Oh gosh, when is our Venus window? Okay, 120 days. Whew. All right. That was 100 or 200. We got the newer ComSat tank, so it should be easier. I'm hoping. The sooner we can knock out this Belsat contract, the better off we will be. Let's go ahead and... what day is it? 9 August. Let's start the rollout. This little guy. Let's warp to complete on... why do we have... applicants can be hired for free? What? What? How did we get 100 applicants? That's nice. All right, so we got 2,500 researchers and 1,000 engineers. I think we'll hire 50 researchers and 50 engineers. We'll put 10, 20 of them here and 30 of them here. That's nice. Advanced comms. Oh, sweet. Oh, hold on a second. And while we're here, let's start this rollout also. Tracking station upgrade. Yes, please. Oh, we're bleeding money. Oops. That may have been a bit premature. All right, well, it's only the 15th of August. Our trading is not quite done yet. Let's go ahead and knock out this Malenia satellite thing so that we can get that just done and out of the way. And then we can take our ComSat network contract and see what the requirements for that will be. Aren't those the 100 you got for lunar impact or orbit while you owed the bank a ton of money? Was it? I just reshuffled staff. You think I would have noticed that. But maybe, could be wrong. Alright, so Malenia satellite, 15 units, periapsis above 500,000. So is this going to show me a sample orbit? Yes, it is. So basically, if I launch... I'm going to want to launch to the north and then take a gap lap. So, alright. So let's say we launch to 600 by 600. Gosh, can we do that? Alright. Help talk me through this. Alright, so... argument of periapsis. Between 200, okay. So let me think. If I launch to a 180 by 180 at, what does our inclination need to be? 61 and 65, so let's just say 63 degrees. Do you get applicants from any tech unlocks? I don't think you get them from tech unlocks. Typically they're from contract completions. That would put my... yeah, if I go north, that would put my... let's bump this to 650, because that would make it somewhere in the southern-ish hemisphere. As long as it attach altitude at 180 on our initial ascent. And then we have a second ignition to use otherwise. Let's take a quick save here, just in case I really fork this up. F5. Quick saving, thank you. Alright, and let's just run it and see what happens. So, engage autopilot, initializing, we're good, and ignition. I'm really kind of incensed that I have to do at least one more launch on this stupid thing. But oh well. Alright, and after this launch, we'll get to our Gemini program, and I'm not going to tolerate MechJeb screwing up his ascent profile a second time. Wouldn't Northish be that way? I'm very confused. Yeah, we're definitely going southward. Okay. Our plan is kerfluxed by just a bit. The sunset's real pretty, though. The higher we go, it's like we're winding back time. So I should have launched to a 650-kilometer altitude had I known it was going to pitch down this way, but we're still going to just try to get this taken care of best we can. I think we're going to have an excess of delta V from which to accomplish our goals, so not overly concerned about it, and we do also have some RCS we can use to correct things. Alright, 19 more seconds before staging. Right in the kisser. Alright, let's show actuation toggles. Interesting. Let's limit you down to 2% and see if that helps. Nice, yep. Just waiting to see if somebody would notice. Thanks for noticing, Racket Goose. Alright. So siege away. Yeah, if I have to redo this launch, I'm definitely going to just have it launched to a straight 650. I'm not going to use the attach altitude, because we won't necessarily need it, strictly speaking, although where is this going to put... Yeah, our current apparatus is here. That would put our 650 somewhere down here, which isn't bad. We're gonna kick it way the hell up, but Meh. Still not great. Not great. Can you get your rocket stage sausage delivery with mustard and ketchup next? Nope. These are not made to order orbital sausage. They come just as spicy as they come. There we go. 649 by 180. Alright, let's go ahead and plot out our next node. Which, yeah, I guess needs to be down here-ish. Add maneuver. And we're going to kick it up to 39 to 38. Give or take. There we go. 2,400 meters per second. So RCS to ARM and execute next node, please. Well, I may have slightly overestimated our capabilities here, and if we have to scale down our probe, then so be it. I think, honestly, we'll just need a little touching up on RCS if we can get to our desired apogee to round out the orbit, and then we should be good to go. Here's really hoping, though. You know, fingers crossed, because I walked into this with a mile of confidence. So let's really hope. Oh man, should I be... I did just kind of eyeball it. Should I be pushing that around a little more? Abort node execution, kill rotation. I do really kind of wonder. I mean, it looks so right-ish, probably, and we've got some wiggle room. Let's just, alright. Execute next node. Let's just go for it. Gonna hear about the lack of condiments at my CCA Yelp review. It's alright, man. We are shooting for negative stars. Parts fell on my house. I was burned alive. No seatbelts on the company tram. Yeah, whatever. Orbit doesn't have to match. It just need to be PE in the southern hemisphere and have the right eccentricity, etc. There's no longitude ascending node requirement. All right. Here's hoping. I guess we'll find out. We got enough delta V. Ooh, aurora borealis. And hey, that wiggle was manageable. Why does it want to work this time? That was much better. I'll take it. Alright, we've got all the checks except for our orbital period. Abort node execution, please. If you could angle to prograde. Alright, 11:56 and 12. Our orbital period is currently 11:53. Do we have room to move up on our eccentricity? Yeah, it just says above. We don't have a double limit there. So we just gotta bump this a little bit, because, yeah, we are above the minimum, yeah, of 500 kilometers for our perigee. So we're just gonna sit here and hold down the RCS until our orbital period is within spec. So 11:56, we're almost, no, where's my orbital period? 11:55, so yeah, we're almost there. A couple more seconds of this, and hopefully we can check this box off too. Ding. There it is, checking for stable orbit. Let's just let it do its thing. Time warp through it so we don't have to be bothered by it. We're going to hand this off to the customer and just be done. Ching. Alright. Satellite has been transferred to the customer. Back to the Space Center. Maybe less wiggle because the longer burn, any air and initial burn angle would have less effect. Yeah, fine. Make me think that I had actually had a problem that got solved. But yeah, you're probably right. Alright, right quick, let's... Leader retired! Oh, buddy. Korolev has stepped down, Van Allen has stepped down, early NavSat is complete. Launch complex efficiency increases. Due to improved technology, the minimum efficiency for launch complexes is now 95%, and the following complexes have had efficiency raised to that level. Sweet! Contract complete. Hey, alright, so we got a couple of things to do. Early comm network, 3 satellites. Alright. ComSat payload of 150 units on the spacecraft. I think we can accommodate that, but only barely. And wow, periapsis above 6 million, eccentricity below, so wow, okay. This is going to require a much bigger launcher. Because basically we need to be circular at above 6,371,000. I do wonder, however, if we can just knock that out. Alright. And these are optional. And that's optional. Yeah, okay. The fact that Malenia orbit is locked in Northern Hemisphere dwell is really annoying if you launch from Woomera. Uh-huh. Alright, let's go edit this. So exactly between your guesses, 100 and 200. Splitting the difference. Toggle open closed. Alright. New comms tech available. Communication Tech 5 has been researched but not purchased. Higher tech comms. Okay, so that's not tank type ComSat. No, of course not. That would be antenna things. Communication, which these don't need. Tank UI. ComSat payload 156. Sweet. So let's make that 150 all. Update and add electric charge to compensate. Tank UI. Close that out. Thank you. 12,000 kilometers per second available to us. Toggle open and close. Thank you very much. Save. It's a ComSat network that has no comms. Not a bad guess. Improved on size. Indeed, indeed. Alright, let's run this simulate, and let's see if we can knock that contract off. A, in a single launch. B, on our tiny boy launcher. For the minimum amount of expended funds. Which, yes, we shall have to go into R&D and then purchase our new comms upgrades also. Imagine setting up combat without antenna. It was not listed in the contract requirements. I'm just putting that out there. Just saying, you know? Like, you should be really specific with your legal documentation. Let's see if we can go direct to target apogee and then circularize. 6371 kilometron with attached altitude. There is no inclination requirement. Engage. Holy Nikes. It's saying we can do this. I vote go. I want to see this happen. This is a dang capable little feller. Stuff like my subcontractors. Hiring quality people, I see. Well, you race to the rulebook. Just saying. Caster's performing yet another flawless decoupling. Uh-oh. The only contractor has to install a tub. What do you mean you need to install a drain and run water to it? Yeah, that sounds like plumbing work. It's an additional line item. Do you want those pipes soldered together by any chance? Just saying. Oh, not valves. Really? So you want water to be running in the tub only at specified times when the user deems it necessary. You did not specify that this bathtub was not to be a fountain. Use the rulebook if you don't want to win. Say you build your car around what the rulebook doesn't necessarily specify, or leaves room for interpretation. Race between the rulebook. There you go. Be competitive. Break the rules. Tech can't possibly check. Well, where's the spirit in that? Fair enough. Alright, 20 seconds until Miko and the second stage ignition. It has not argued with us about our desired apogee. Just if we have enough delta V to circularize at that altitude is the remaining question, and if it will count all of our satellites as their own satellite, even though they are, for all intents and purposes, useless. Stage, ignition, kick in the teeth, carry on. Less debris that needs to be cleaned up. And there's our 3D couples. It's racing late models of the team, and every single car has a stroker kit. Track spends so much money trying to catch us. Oh no. Wondering how that would even be verifiable. My guess is it isn't. They're just trying to think of a way that maybe it could be, but meh. Sausage clearing away. Oh, come on, what are you doing? You son of... Why, MechChep? Why? Why would you do that? What the fuck? Okay, revert to launch. The one thing the contract did specify, MechChep, was that the satellites needed to be in that orbit. Son of a bitch. Well then. Alright. With a stop at stage 3 in effect, please and thank you, engage autopilot and ignition. We're going to fizz warp through some of this. For fuck's sake. Yeah. Well then. Teams with oversized pistons eventually got caught when they got a fancy offset micrometer that can measure cylinder diameter through a valve. Oh, interesting. Nah. Tab, you didn't specify you wanted all the satellites this launch. Correct. Yes. That is, I did not specify that this launch was to get all the satellites up there. Going to try that again. For fuck's sake, MechJub. Alright. 10 seconds until stage set. We'll pop it out of Fizz Warp now that we're kind of back to where we started. Yeah, measuring piston stroke without pulling heads is not impossible. Yeah, and the sealed engine, so you can't pull heads without restarting the engine. Ooh, yep. Alright, it's still saying we'll have 2.2 kilometers per second excess delta V after all this is said and done, so I'm hoping that's going to be enough to circularize. We shall see. Hopefully MechJev won't get all weird about staging off our additional satellites, but I do wonder if this number is assuming that the satellites are being staged when they are not. So this assumes our start mass will be 5.002. Let's keep an eye out on that and see if that is in fact the case. Nope, 5.5. So this number is about a half ton over. Yeah, like this assumes our start mass is 4.6. Our actual mass is actually clearly above 5 tons. So this number is not accurate, not even in the slightest. Oh, this is going to be fun. It'll be a riot of USAC required tags on the bottom end. Main bearings and oil pans are basically consumable. Yep. It's a normal wear and tear part. I do wonder how much actual delta V we're going to have left, or if these calculations are updating. Yep. Diminishing returns very swiftly. 1.8 kilometers per second. Oh, back up to 1.9. That's interesting. Yep, there's our circularization warning. It's just going to bump that this apogee way up to like 6 mil ish. Keep working. Almost there. Almost there. Yay! With 1.4 kilometers per second left in the tanks, I will take it, honestly. Let's pack that up and pull up maneuver planner, please. We wish to circularize at the next apogee. Create node, 983 meters per second. Yes! We are within margin. Create node. Let's just take a quick look at our contract specs here. Eccentricity below 004. That shouldn't be a problem. Oh, RCS to ARM. That's what we're waiting on. Can remove decouplers from staging and prevent such issues. Move your root part to one of the sats to fix that. Yeah. I just worry about it. The root part being offset from the center. It fudging up with some of the navigation or the thrust through something or other, since, as we've seen on the last flight, MechJib assumes you can ditch the seats on the way up, or the sats on the way up. Yeah, meh. And I mean, honestly, well, I guess it's not going to count them if it's not separate vessels, so I don't know, we will see. It might. If it starts to run the setting check while we've got all three of these attached, then maybe my approach will shift a little. We will see. And how much of this are we going to lose to boil off? We should be on that tank, nearly empty. Okay, yeah, we are just on our isogrid tank, which should have some MLI layers, although I think we have recently unlocked more MLI layers. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But last check to see if we can actually do this in a single launch in the cheesiest way possible. Alright. And any second now, it's going to start time warping and get us around to the opposite side. Let's see how much of this we lose to boil off. Yeah, I don't think we're going to lose another 300 meters per second, so... But again, are these numbers wrong? Yeah. Current vessel mass 1.45 tons. Start mass 0.9. So even this number is just dead-ass wrong. Is this a balloon tank with an isogrid on top? Yeah. One balloon tank, two balloon tanks, three balloon tanks, one isogrid on top. Ooh, no! Well, poop. God, and our eccentricity is so close. So damn close. Let's see how much RCS can top us off, and who knows? Maybe we just up the decoupling force on our decouplers to see if that'll make up the difference. Don't know. We might have to optimize just a little bit more to get this to work. Yeah, that's quite a long burn to get our eccentricity down by just a teeny smidgen. Fucking residuals, man. Fucking residuals. I do have a question. Does it count residuals across all tanks? No, it does not. Everything is empty except for this little guy here. Which, meh. Do these sets have set motors that might push in the last little bit? They do not currently, no. Just a decoupler, no set motors. No, we've already fizz warped all the way through. Alright, basically, when that helium's gone, then we know we've done all we can do. I need to refill my water. I will be back in just 1 second, and we'll try to sort this small conundrum out. I'll be right back. Yeah, bummer. Wasn't quite good enough. Alright. Randomized residuals make no sense. Every damn rocket except Falcon 9 has a shutdown timer for a crazy mechanical integrator. Or a crazy mechanical integrator. Yeah. Oh, hey, are you within spec? No. So close, though. Oh, and Periapps has to be above, so we gotta go higher than that and circularize. Okay, bummer. Alright, back to the VAB. We just need to find like 200 meters per second on this. I don't know. I kind of count residuals as like the oil that sticks to the walls, you know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be very honest with you. So let's toggle open closed. First thing I'm going to do is find... Oh, the avionics are in here. Toggle open closed. There's our avionics unit. And you should have, that would be not the avionics unit. Avionics unit there. Approved. We could go up and tool a new avionics. Not the worst thing in the world, but what I was going to do is come down in here into communication, and oh, I have to unlock the new comms, don't I? Bummer. Alright, so let's just start with where I was going to start. Tank UI, remove all the battery. Let's go ahead and remove that and add it back in, 156. So we can scale these down by just a smidge, because we want exactly 150 in the batteries. Sweet. Okay. You could throw on a couple of extra solids. I could, but I want predictably to be, I want them to be where I want them to be and not to wiggle, because the contract parameters are pretty tight on that. Alright, tank UI, let's pack that up, put that away. Always more booster, yes. I actually want to dial down the impulse on these. Is that really worth it, though? Maybe I could remove them from staging. Does that mean... I wonder if that means I can still stage them when I want to stage them. So yeah, that seems to more accurately reflect our actual delta V now. I also wonder if I have an engine upgrade. No, not available. I think our next best course is probably going to be to upgrade the avionics and see what happens. Oh, you meant on the first stage, not the sats. I don't have any more room on the tonnage on the launch pad to do that. Let's switch this to mature avionics. Control mass is 10 tons. Unlock, sure. And then open up the inner. Boonk. Boonk. Now we start to walk, and this should reduce our mass fairly considerably. I'm hoping, anyway. Actually, we can probably drop the dB on that antenna pretty readily also. 97, okay, and keep walking, keep walking. I do need some battery in there so that we can make our trek across. So 99.5. Alright. Crazy ex-wife, casters, angry boss, casters. Yeah. There's a problem more caster can't solve. Fair. Your space problems are even vacuum optimized casters. You can stage them with right click even if you removed a coupler from staging. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Alright, so now we're up to 11,288. That did give us a significant bump in our delta V there. Configuration near Earth. Ooh, yeah, we'll still be in near Earth. That's not a problem. Tech 4. We'll keep the 5 dB gain because just in case. I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. 72. I think we have a 75-ton max on this. Are these? Those are not even a whole ton? Seriously? Seriously? Can I just, slap one more on? No, it puts us over by just a bit over a ton. Dang it. Dang. Oh well. Was worth a shot, right? Alright, next step is to figure out how to get less fairing. So, close those up. Toggle open close. We're going to just drop one on for right now, and then we're going to reduce it by a bunch, because I think we can. Fairing auto shape off. Cylinder end. I wonder, I should have put it on the other side where the two of them are. Let's try that. Ah, yes, we can do this. Because I don't care if those solar panels work or not. They don't do anything anyway. Right on, Mr. Mark. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you next week. If only someone removed the decoupler on their forward heat shield. If only, if only. Alright, and that took us up to 11,237. Save. Dare we run this again? Simulate, simulate. Let's see what happens now that we should have more accurate measurements on stuff. Honestly, we need to run the Gemini. We need to do the docketing. Or the rendezvous-ing. Conic fairing is a little lighter. Is it now? Huh. Depends on payload shape. Oh, interesting. Alright, MechJub, ascent guidance, please. To the side. And let's bump this up because we have to be above that. So let's go to 3780. Do I want it to attach altitude still? Yes, yes I do. And engage autopilot. It's saying 1601 after the fact, which that will fall. And what was our circ burn last time? Like 1.4 kilometers per second? Porn Lunar Rover in today's N9 video. Oh, I haven't watched it yet. No spoilers. No spoilers. Alright, let's fizz warp on up. Caster's clearing away. One kilometer per second. Did we actually make this worse? No, it was 900 something that we needed to circ burn. And we thought we had 1400. We totally did not because our tonnage measurements were off. 982 might be somewhere more in the realm of reality, or feasibility, I should say. Alright, coming up on staging. Bring it out of Fizz Warp. Aren't you gonna... Oh, there's a stop at stage 2 in effect. Dang it. Stop at stage 0. Fuck. That may have fucked us. We were carrying that thing for way too long. Looks like you can drop the casters a little earlier. You're probably right. We should look into that. Fairings clearing away. Here comes sausage deployment. In 20 seconds, so not quite now, but soon. Soon there will be sausages. For the people. In the ocean. Casters produce basically their own weight and thrust at burnout. Very forgiving on drop time. Interesting. Yeah, we should adjust the lead time on drop solids early. Sausages are away. Yeah, looks like we'll have about 1 kilometer per second left. I should have looked at the MLI layers. That was dumb. Preventing boil off would probably be worth our time. Interesting. Alright, another 30 seconds. It should be rounding out our orbit. Our apogee is a little high. I'm glad we're wasting energy sorting that out. Or maybe I should just launch it natively to a 200-kilometer orbit to avoid some of this pitch downy nonsense. I wonder if the efficiency gain from, I don't know, not pitching down is going to be worth our while. But we're about 500 meters per second away from hopefully sorting all of this out. Alright, now it's going to push our apogee up to within contract specifications. There it is. 1,076 left in the tanks. Hopefully that is accurate. Circularize at apogee, create node, 984 available to us. Only sims today. No, we did one actual launch. And hopefully we're going to do another. I'm glad you're here to witness my cheesiness. Dang it. How's it going, Simev? Good to see you. So by all measures, we should be within spec on this. Oh, great. Cheese. Yes, sir. I got comsats that can't comsat. There's some non-sim cheese today. Yes, there was non-sim. It was still cheese. All cheese. But it was not simulated cheese. And I'm hoping that if this launch goes well, we can get to other non-simulated, hopefully much less cheesy cheese. At some point. So I got about 90 minutes left I can stream, so I'm hoping to do something that's actually worthwhile for a change. Gemini, finally. It's 1968, dang near 1969. It's a good time to launch crewed missions again, and hope that they don't end in an abort button like the last time we tried it. Because MechJeb was just not having a great day. Like, go to orbit? Nope, touch your toes. Alright, let's see how within spec we are. I'll say, yeah, our vessel mass 1.45, 1.452, and 1.451. That is to be expected with all the truss work and I don't know, magic parts that we have. So, but it's a whole lot closer than it was last time. So much closer. All right, let's bring out the contract specs and see if it wants to give us check marks on things. I know an entire comment dropped in one place that can't even talk to each other, let alone the surface. An entire comment dropped into one place that can't even talk to each other, let alone the surface. Exactly. Ding. Abort. Kill rotation. Hey, hey, hey. Are you within spec? I hope. Let's open you up and see what happens. Is there no deploy button? Not enough electric charge. Don't care. I do not care. Testing network time after network up 2 days. Great. Deploy? Oh, good. I have you facing the exact wrong way. Excellent. Up. Execute. For fuck's sake. And I guess we're going to run this sim for 2 days and see if it gives us the check mark. And if it does, I'm clocking out. We're going to build it and we're going to move on with our day. You're not going to generate any electric charge anyway, so... Because the solar panels, they're completely fake. They're false. It does nothing. I don't care. It doesn't generate charge anyway. Yes, we don't care about any of that. We still don't care about any of that. Well, I've got the mission timer. So 1 day, 2 days. No, I guess they do have to be on and active. I wish I had a countdown or a timer or something on this. Testing time after network is up. Well, it's up. It's just not doing... Yeah, what do you mean by up? Physically up? Maybe. Yeah, these are still close enough to actually jump to. So, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. That's very interesting. I need to know what it... do we just need to have electric charge? Do these need to actually generate some charge? Because they don't. Com signal 0, com first hop distance. Command state, not enough electric charge. So maybe we do need to have panels and electric charge and enough to generate batteries on here, which makes me hurt inside because they have solar panels that just don't do anything, and they don't come with comm nets, and we are like, ooh, so on the razor's edge with margin on this one. All right, revert light back to the VIB. I'm going to chew on this one over the course of the next week and try to develop some kind of solution. It may have to go up in... it may have to go up in 3 launches, is where I'm going to end up with it. You shouldn't have said 2 are dead and 1 is fucking 180 degrees to the sun. Good luck. Sea Kraken. Boop! Eek! How's it going? Alright, we'll hit save on that, and I will come back and rename one SAT. Dang it. I wish I don't know. It seems to be a stream delay that's happening very heavily here. So I wonder if my through rate is okay, or if just the new mods have just tanked my throughput. But yeah, so there's that. All right, let's get to rolling out of our Zenith Blue for 2. Reconditioning there, excellent work. Ching. Zenith Blue for 2 rollout. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! R&D, R&D, R&D. Alt F4. We have 2 Comnet such and such probes. Yeah, okay. So maybe we do need to rename them. Just do a little pad upgrade so you can put more casters. Won't be much more weight, so it shouldn't take that long. You know, not a bad idea. But real quick, we got this unlocked, and we need to spend the 40 grand to get Comtech level 5. And we're totally going to invest in a 2-meter dish, because why the hell not? Can't get the Apollo high gain, because that's 420,000. What the absolute F? That's only 1,000. We'll go ahead and buy that, sure. Cheese and rice. But we already upgraded our facilities, or we're at least in the process of building our facilities, which, let's check on that. Yeah, tracking station will be done October 24th. That's excellent. All right, and mission crew training for Gemini, 1 day. Just Elons. I wanted to get Elons of Twitch delay because Starlink is bad. Oh no. Latency to broadcaster, 24.67 seconds. Ouch. Eons of Twitch delay because I live in the middle of nowhere. Fair enough. All right, our crew is ready. Our doohickey is ready. We're not gonna do yet another launch at night. I feel like I have tortured you all with enough nighttime launches. We're gonna do a daylight one. There we go. Let's get this out the door, shall we? Shoots and EVAs, because we learned from last time. Launch. Time to knock out some serious contracts. For a fucking change. I didn't hit save edits on that thing that I was doing before, did I? Because I'm an idiot. Excellent. Excellent. All right, we are out on the pad. Let's set our QA limit a little bit more conservatively so that hopefully we don't go all stupid. And let's find our target in this sea of crap that we have left out here. November docking target. Set as target. Launch into plane of target. What's your orbital parameters? You're in a 300 by 300, which is what we're trying to do. Launch into plane of target. 22 hours. Good times. Sit on the pad for another day. It is what it is. Engage autopilot. Quick saving. Okay. Alright, fingers crossed, y'all. Let's hope that this doesn't go nearly as badly as it did last time. God, all the tech on this thing is just junk. Oh hey, no simulation watermark. Yes, we're back into real things. Green across the board, all engines running. Launch is go! We've cleared the tower and the tower's tower. for roll program, which, man, that's some dangerous speculation all on its own, because now we're going to lean over on our shoulder and we don't want that. But as long as it keeps that pitch rate to itself, should have adjusted this to turn 0. Hey, no, 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 no. We're not doing this again. Guidance, you gotta stop being full of shit, man. You can't take this thing that I test flew a dozen times and then just keep fucking it up. I'm to CSCA Gemini Flight 1. If you look at your left window, you can see Neil Buzz and preparing to go to the moon. We're just gonna go float near some nonsense. Alright, we're gonna adjust that pitch over thing. Maybe limit the pitch rate, because this thing test flew flawlessly a dozen times. Adjust that to turn 0 at 50, delays, auto warp, stop at stage. Do we need to drop the QA limit some more? Oh yes, not enough pitch control due to wrong roll. Yeah, that should be what it is. It's just that we have the wrong roll orientation, so it doesn't have the authority it wants. Alright, let's try it like this then. If we leave that pitch to 0. Docking target, set as target. Launch to plane of target. We're going to set our apogee a little higher. We'll go through 350, engage autopilot. That way maybe we'll have a chance of actually being able to rendezvous with it. So yeah, it was the roll control that was screwing us up. Perhaps, and maybe. Perhaps-ish. Lack of authority because not enough boosters. You'd think that 108 would be able to handle its own, but no. Not even, no, not at all, no. Where the fuck did that thing come from? I mean, honest to God. Oh. Ignition? Again? Clamps, go. Go for roll and then anti-roll. Whoever floats your boat here, buddy. And just keep it in the fucking circle. Yeah, it looks like it's already fighting itself to keep that nose in the circle. And gimbals are working extra hard. Alright, wow. Supersonic already. Auntie roll, win uncle roll. And they are really cooking. Awfully slow pitch program. Yeah, I limited the QA limit. And as soon as we're clear of a bunch of other things, like air, it's gonna really lean into it. I'm thinking maybe this didn't need to be limited quite so much, but see how quickly we can type that. What a glorious dawn time launch. Boosters clearing away. I have questions. I have many, many, many questions. MacJeb, what the fuck are you drinking? I actually need to be limited to 900 with RD108 to be safe. Really? The QA limit needs to be 900. Red thing on the nose. This is Gemini. We die like men in this capsule. That is our abort tower that Really doesn't do a whole lot. Does something somewhere, I'm sure, but it was there. Stable guidance. The decisions were made. We revert to launch like men in this capsule. Mm-hmm. 100%. Alright, about another 25 seconds until Miko and upper stage ignition. Let's all hope that that 405H doesn't betray us and do something stupid, like fail. I'll be, because I don't have another backup building. Like, we're already, this program has already expired. We're so far behind the ball on it. We're going to try to do rendezvous, and we're going to try to do EVA. Good ignition. Escape tower is clear. Ullage ring is clear. And we are in push for orbit mode. I'm saying good. God. So glad we did not forget the deploy indexing key. I do want to see what that is, but just not while we're in under propulsion. Did I put our CS down here? I did not. So basically, any chance of maneuvering is going to be done based on the capsule's RCS, which is fine. You don't have the Delta V. I'm sorry, what? Holy crap, I don't. What the fuck happened? Why am I going so slow? This is interesting. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah. This thing is radically detuned to fit on the launch pad via some upgrades, but man, I test flew this thing like a dozen times. Probably not to a 300 by 300 orbit, or 300 by 350 orbit. So let's drop our target periapsis to 200. Target apogee to, what's our current? 208. We'll say 210. Oh, no. That actually took, well, that will take more delta V, because now we're going to angle down. Okay, fine. You do you, boo-boo. It's all about the same. But yeah, I'm questioning things here. For sure. Did you forget the bad pitch program and the ballet? Yeah, fair. Should have kept the launch tower for that last push to orbit. Yeah, probably. Or should have ditched it way sooner. Motherfucker, how could something that I designed and built 6 months ago fail so badly? Is 77 meters per second enough to return us from orbit? Docker does not have its own propellant as in engines, but has plenty of RCS if it has power. The solar panels on it have probably failed, because it's been up here waiting for us for over a year now. Okay, I'm really wondering if we should, well, those are stopped and they should have been running. I'm really tempted to reset the orbit again and just try to go to a lower orbit. Just to get them into an orbit. Really not the fault of the dance of the Sugar Plum Cosmo. Surely. Surely that was never the problem. So RCS to ARM. Because, yeah, this is supposed to be station keeping. Like, we're supposed to be in orbit with this amount of fuel. We're gonna try this again. Revert flight to launch. SimAv. What would be a better pitch program? Do I just need to edit the degrees per second? You're saying lower the QA limit to like 900 to be safe. Isn't that going to make my pitch over even slower? I'm very curious here. This is why you don't update RP1 ever. I am tempted to agree. Let's just go to 200 by 200. At current, turn 0 at alt 50. SimAv says this should be like 900. I'm wondering, can we up our booster pitch rate to like 0.75? Mom, can we get a Gemini service module? We have Gemini service module at home. Yep, that is my entire build philosophy. We have one at home. Docking target, set as target. Alright, should we just try this? QA limit at 900. Booster pitch rate 7.75 degrees per second. Cosmo, you can't run 900 initially because the pitch program won't work. Okay, so what do I have to do? Leave this at, what, 2000? I don't know how any of this works. Basically, need to set it to 900 a few seconds before booster burnout. Okay. Dang it. I have to do stuff? I can't just like sit back and let things happen? Oh no. Alright. So you think starting with 2000 is okay-ish? And a booster pitch rate of 0.75? And then a few seconds before booster burnout, we drop that down to 900. I'm hoping. If I've done this wrong, please let me know before I kill people. Again. It's like we should have plenty of pitch authority since it won't do the roll. Alternately, you need to figure out the parameters that make the rocket point exactly where MechJeb wants it to be at booster sep. Well, that's good. Very little luck for that. Yes, roll, and then roll it right back. Do not be overly aggressive, although we've got the TWR. We can probably deviate from that circle quite a bit should we choose to. Alright, and that 1 minute 10 second burn time doesn't help either. It surely does not. When you say, yes, but had to detune it a whole bunch to make mass requirements for the pad. A few seconds, not 20, but a few. Yeah, we're in 10 seconds now. Submit a PR to MechJab to change the pitch program to be speed dependent like a sensible closed loop guidance system. Nah. Alright. And now, yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to point straight at the ground this time, which is good, but we're definitely going to be inefficient as all hell. Because why the hell not? But yeah, this should have been our angle before booster set, but with such a high TWR, I don't think that's going to let it happen. So our best option is actually to increase the weight limit on the pads so that we can get more fuel in those boosters and have a slower off the pad time. I want to build a bigger pad. Seems like it solved a lot of issues. Yep, you are 100% on. Yeah, I'm with you on that. If we can get this first launch to orbit successful, I don't even care if we don't do the rendezvous. Just the 2 crewed orbit and EVA, get them back home. Cool. Then we can upgrade the pad. Mm-hmm. Why don't you just spend more money? It seems like that would solve a lot of your problems if you just spent more money on solving problems. Right? So, I mean, not terrible. It looks like we're still going to have some excess in our X405H stage, which is okay with me. Maybe we can use that to bump up our orbit. See about maybe getting a rendezvous after all. Wouldn't that be nice? Staging, decouple. Excellent. It's looking way better. Yeah, I'm hoping so. Saying, do you have... Oh, I did not upgrade the engine, so we don't have any more ignitions on it. Once it's spent, it's spent. So never mind that extra Delta V it's going to have anyway. Doesn't count. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Beagle vibes. Until the red nose is gone, then yes. Huh. Cloud's looking rather Monet-ish. But okay. We'll just run with it. Alright, we're almost there. It's like 2 more minutes of this. I'm scared to fizz warp because it's going well enough to where I shouldn't want to. And oh man, I should totally upgrade the fucking heat shield. I have no idea what kind of parameters I need to deorbit with because I've forgotten. I haven't run a sim on this thing in so dang long. Can't relight. Maybe increase the AP to target to make use of the extra fuel. Yeah. Go to 300. Okay, wow. It seems to want to insert at that, so let's put this at 200 and attach altitude. Get your nose back in it, please. Do the somewhat efficient thing, taking the ejection seats off the abort button. Imagine it. I think it will automatically not eject them from the cabin if they're above a certain altitude. But no, I have not. Imagine ejecting from your capsule into a fireball as the capsule speeds off without you. Yeah, huh? $30 kilometers or something similar for Gemini. So yeah, they'd be stuck inside until 30. I don't know. Is there an unabort button? Can we unabort? His target apogee is 300, and we're going to come around, so we should have 2 connecting points. It is way back here, so it will be many in orbit before we reconnect. That's fine. More so meant off the bat. Your Gemini ejections have like a 30% survival rate. Why though? Why the what? Why haven't I removed them from the abort action group? I forgot. I'm lazy. That's why. I usually get hit with the rocket plume or cut the engine bits of the rocket. Mm-hmm. Makes sense, yeah. Alright, we're just gonna let this ride to orbit and we'll see what we've got. And yep. There we go. Shut down. Yay! We're in space. Ding, contract complete. 2 Kerbals to orbit. Hooray! Oh, forgot to get their science running like a dummy. Ascent guidance, you can go away. Crew report, telemetry report, visual acuity, star occultation navigation. There's plenty of yeet packed in those seats. Unabort equals refer to launch. Alright, let's stage off our upper stage. Ktunk. RCS to arm. Pull us cleanly away from that, please. OPAD. Off the pad, Gemini ejection seats are coffins. Fair enough. Alright. Let's coast out a bit. Thank you. Let's get these deployed. Extend. Extend. Let's get your butt into the wind and see what we can pull off. Extend. Extend. Advanced. Sun. Down. Nope, not down. Up. Execute. Didn't want them staring into the blinding sun for their entire duration on orbit. That would have been highly unfair. Alright, let's see if we have any chance of making actual rendezvous. I don't believe we do anytime soon. Target position at intersect. Target position at intersect. Is that ours or the targets? I can't tell. No, that's us. That's where we are below the target. I rendezvous with the ass of my own spacecraft. Call that a win. The death you commonly get is Gemini capsule collided with Kerbal before they even do the ejection scene. 2 days, 3 days-ish. It's been a very long time since I've done a rendezvous. But generally, I think I kind of remember. 1.6, 4. Oh, no, numbers are going back up. Looks like I can get it down to about 400 meters. Yeah, in 3 days. Gosh, do we have 3 days? I forgot how to check. Zenith Blue for 2. No, not you. Alright, 23 days of electric charge, 14 days of food, 13 days of oxygen, nitrogen perpetual, 30 days of lithium hydroxide. As long as they don't go batshit, they should be okay. Your frame rate issue with stupid rockets. It could very well be. Yep. Let's go ahead and knock out this EVA thing while we're thinking about it. And it's daylight. How about we take a quick save before I do something where I'm knowingly putting a Kerbal at risk. Alright, Mandy Kruger, EVA. Yay! EVA report, running. Surface sample, invalid situation. Fine. Are those some kind of volumetric clouds? Person number 2 to notice. Why, yes. Yes, they are. 1 more minute of this. Hang on tight, because you don't have an actual EVA pack, even though you have an EVA pack. So you stay there floating. You do your thing. Please don't die. Please don't die. Look at Money McMoneybags with Black Patreons clouds. I slapped in the RSSVE. I did switch stuff out completely. I went with the full RSS Reborn setup, I guess. I have no idea if I did it properly, but generally speaking, fairly happy with the result. Alright, just hang on for 30 more seconds. $15 more seconds. And get that science. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Cha-ching. Bored. Back inside. You're doing great. So, reach minimum perigee 150. Perform an EVA and transmit the data back to KSC. Are we not? No, we can't transmit because we don't have comms. So let's go somewhere. Would have been smart to do this someplace where we had comms. Tell me we have comms. This looks rather unite. Nope. Tell me we have comms. Oh, come on. You fucker. Yes, we do have comms. They're just not that great. Haha! Radio that shit back in and do it now. Mandy? Where is... Did you... Hey, little one. Mm-hmm. Okay, you go have fun on your little walk. Alright, is there a way I can reorganize the priority list on this? Like have that one go to the top? There's chance of borkage, then CCAN update all button. Pilot capsule? Why do we need comms? Because we have to radio stuff home. Okay, good. It is uploading that 500 kilobytes. I don't think it's going to finish that transmission before we've passed Madagascar. But we'll see, I guess. And I wonder how much of that can we resume when it's time. Yep, okay. So the other ones are the data is increasing. We're going to pass over another ground station here. We'll radio more of that home. Ding, there it is. Oh, thank you so much, little bear. It's got real water in it? Thank you so much. Alright, I will be very careful. Yeah, and now it is... I guess it's going to try to resume these two. Yeah, now it's downloading that. Uplink at 1.9 bits per second. I really wish I could reorder this somehow. Tell me there's a way. Ding, and now we're offloading that. So I guess with each pass, we're going to offload a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Yeah, just click the arrows. It pauses the transfer. Oh, yeah. We'll do that. And so that the next time, it will just default start to download the EVA report stuff. In the meantime, I should keep an eye on this, because it doesn't look like these are, well, they should be going down, but only by mere minutes, right? There's an uplink, and ding! Done. 26. It's received, and let's see if we got the checkbox for that. We did. Fantastic. So now we just leave this open and warp ahead our multiple days to see about doing our 9.3 meter per second burn. Oh wait, we can flag these for transfer. Re-entry success is not guaranteed, which is why we're glad we radioed it in. Danger, electric charge. Oh, it's on Mars 3.0. Okay. Don't much care about that, I suppose. Zenith Blue for 2 Docker probe batteries. Yeah, that's not us. Also, we don't care. Now remember to unpause the other things. Yep, got it. Thank you for the heads up. I don't really need to be looking at that. Zenith Blue for 2 Docker probe. Yeah, we don't care. That's not us, I'm assuming. Let's keep that open so that we can keep an eye on things. Yeah, electric charge. Are we not? Yeah, we're full on angled into the sun. So we're getting as much as we can. I don't know if it's actually going to last 3 days. Alright, let's reframe our focus here. We'll see what we can handle. But yeah. Thinking not. Alright, well, we at least knocked out 2 of our doohickeys, but with a solid day to wait, Capsules Capcom, we're going to need your radio down the data. The heat shield engineer just sitting by the door. Looking just a little nervous. Just a bit. A tad bit nervous, eh? What does this say about our electric charge remaining? This says 5 days. Somehow, I don't think that's, I don't think that's necessarily accurate. Based on these numbers here. It basically just doesn't drain during the day, but certainly depletes at night. Oh, it is draining during the day now. We're either off angle or our solar panel degradation has really... So use blue for 2 Docker batteries are getting low. Yep. We're going to try to get this into the sun, and I think it's time that we just go ahead and push for deorbit. Oh, we're spinning now. Great. That might have something to do with it. Let's get in the daylight. Let's get their butts into the wind, and then I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet and bring them home. We got a lot of science off of this. We completed the EVA contract. I think that's pretty good. Which heat shield do we have on here? It should be Gemini, but you know, who knows? And oh wow, our node is up to 67 meters per second, up from like 9. And moving. Why is that? Oh, because we were moving. Alright. We're going to abort our rendezvous and bring them home, because yeah, we're still showing drain on the battery, even though we've got full butts into the wind here. So where are we, and where will this bring us? We are here. That brings our possible deorbit down here somewhere off Australia in the ocean, which is kind of what we want, I guess. So let's take another quick save in case I royally screw this up. Orbit, retrograde, fuel cells to the rescue. Yeah, I'm gonna do a complete overhaul of this whole thing. We're gonna up the pad tonnage by a bunch. We're going to get more fuel in the boosters, and we're going to increase our spacecraft maximums by a whole lot, too. Katunk. Ignition. No, that's real dumb. We're reducing our apogee. We can afford another 4.5 orbit to get up to a higher altitude. That does mean we come down harder, though. And you know, we got the Delta V, why not? Let's just do the ding-dang thing. Why not? Don't much care. We took a quick save. If we can undo it, we can undo it. So, yeah, we used up some water, and it looks like the rest of our supplies are pretty good. Oxygen and water. And all the food is, of course, in the capsule itself. Curious if you're planning the touchdown zone at all. Nope, not at all. I mean, we're here. Our touchdown zone should be ocean-ish, right? Or, like, you know, here, it's all water. I kind of glanced it over and said, ah, water, yes, go. What I don't want is to sit here for 9 minutes while we wait for it to do things, so... Alright, do you have the trajectories mod? I do not. I did want to see what deploy indexing key looks like. Oh. It's a little thing that comes out from over there. Alright, neat. So we don't need the deeply negative periapsis that we had for Mercury, right? The Gemini heat shield is designed for lifting body reentries, so we should be okay coming in just like this, 67 kilometer, which would be my somewhat normal. Alright, so there's undock, deploy, enable, port enable staging, deploy indexing key. And that undocking is back there, and I think the rest of them I need to trigger manually. Like this one I should be... no, maybe not. Oh, there's the part I'm looking for. That will ditch the nose cone, decouple, and arm parachute. That's what I'm looking for now. Thank you. Takes an awfully long with a 67 kilometer perigee, so you're saying go deeper, 50? 54. We'll try that. Alright, let's get something done, shall we? Alright, time to jettison the service module and get ready for our actual landing. So, stage it. Oh, geez, really? And surface velocity negative. Great. Good time to stick, buddy. There you go. Alright, looks like we shook it clear. Hopefully. There we go. Not much difference, but alright. And the only parachute I have in here is this one. Yeah, and that parachute. Disarm. You are not a parachute, you're the capsule. Alright, let's do this. Let's bring them home. Kathunk. Turn descent mode on. Hope that doesn't screw us. Let's close up some of these things because we don't need them right now, and I prefer my window not to be overstretched all over the place. Actually, let's turn descent mode off. Com offset limit 1. Interesting. Oh, 100%. Alright, I'll take it. Good enough for me. Turn descent mode on as we start actually building a G load. And we'll watch our service module disintegrate slowly. That's always fun, right? Alright, so far so good. Of course, not really in there deep enough to test stuff, but oh yeah, where are we going to come down? That looks like the Philippines. Where are we currently? Crossing into nighttime. Right? That seems odd. What does that look like to any of you? Can't tell. Ocean, right? Yeah, holding retro with MechJeb will fight your descent module. It will. So if it, we'll experiment. We'll maybe try to click it off here and there and just see what happens. Looks like Earth to me. Good enough. Coming to the right one. Currently we have descent mode turned off, so I really kind of want to figure this out, because we're like in broad-ass daylight. Tilde and refocus. Oh yeah, there we are, off the coast of Australia, so we're going to land somewhere out here in the Pacific, for sure. Alright, let's physics warp on through it until we start actually building a G-load. Managed at the wrong planet, Gemini. Be real impressed. That would be something to be proud of. So, oops. Venus. Sorry, fellas. Yeah, little tufts. You can hear our service module exploding somewhere way off in the distance. We can't even really see it anymore. You can faintly hear it popping, though. Honestly, aim for 0 or lower, even with Gemini, so that doesn't take so damn long. Fair. What's our heat shield doing? It's blader is a blading. Poor Kerbal spines. You know, that's what their downtime is for. Get their spines realigned. Gemini has lift. They'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah. So, showing minuses on here, so it is actuating the thrusters ever so slightly. Are they supposed to come in upside down or right side up? Which side does the descent mode... Should they be heads towards space or heads towards Earth for descent mode to generate lift? God, stupid stream delay. Y'all are eons behind me. I want to say it was upside down, right? Dunno, but easy enough to test. Fair. Yep, the other way. Well, they'd have to be not fighting the RCS to get any lift. Yep. Okay. This has done wonders for everyone involved. Alright, roll program complete-ish. Wait for stability, starting to get heating. Pin U. Switch off. Descent mode on. Woohoo, okay. Interesting. We are wibbly wobbling, but our G loading is staying respectably low. Naturally stable and just kind of leaning into the wind currently. Fire it a few times to try to adjust for our roll here. Don't want to go too crazy. Ooh, overheat warning. Delightful. I love that. Is it building? I can't tell. I can't tell if it's getting smaller or not. Or bigger. Or nothing. Is it doing nothing? It's nothing. Roll. Watch your roll, Cosmo. Come on, Mitty. Come on, buddy. Tappy tap tap. Upside down so Wisnos are less than the plasma, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Capsule Capcom. The heat shield engineers are running out the door. Is everything okay? So far, so good. G-loading's staying pretty respectable. Two and a half Gs. So just a mite bit uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure that heat bar, yep, it has just disappeared. We're doing okay. Rolling again. What is causing this innate roll that we have, and why is it so annoying? Alright. Looks like we're gonna land in these new clouds. I am excited. This will be my first real close-up look at them. Disable pitch and yaw actuation, and then enable kill rotation. Probably a great idea. Command, no, it would be, you know what, I don't think it really matters much anymore because we're through the thick of it. Turn descent mode off. Surface velocity negative. Oh, over here I could have done that. I'm stupid. In the air. Yeah, actuation, RCS, then kill rotation. Yep. Equipment bay behind the chute. Yeah, that thing, not the cockpit. Yeah, I get it now. I'm dumb. That had been smart. Alright, so now I think I can decouple the nose, right? That decouple is not the decouple. I hit the decouple here, it just jettisons the nose fairing, right? Do nothing. Okay. I will do nothing. I'm doing nothing. In the drogue in the nose? Is there a drogue here? There was only one arm chute that I could find. Undock, disable, control from here, enable staging, deploy indexing key. Then here's the parachute part. Decouple, disarm, toggle, enable, and then the RCS pack. Actuation toggles. Wait, you don't have a drogue. Yep, that's probably true. But you need to stage the other chute at the correct time. And what is the correct time? Yeah, you can decouple the nose since you forgot the drogue. Yeah, it was just more mass. We didn't need that. Oof. Okay, good. Well, at least we're not under a very large rain cloud. We're at 5 kilometers. Do you think something shouldn't be happening by now? There it is. Thank goodness. Woo, the drogue is a separate part. There's a node for it in the nose. Okay. Well, um, parachutes out. We're good. You sure you installed the clouds correctly? Kind of weird. I am not sure I installed the clouds correctly. They are, in fact, kind of weird. I followed the directions. I only got the 16K textures, and I'm not quite sure if any of it has lined up correctly. I did it kind of in a rush. So there's a good chance I didn't, to be fair. Alright, and now we just float on down. Hooray! I think we did alright. It's, none too terrible. Eh? I mean, sure, we didn't get to do the rendezvous. We're going to make some upgrades, and we're going to knock that out, hopefully, before the real-life moon landings. We can rendezvous with the thing. But we did EVA, and that makes me pretty happy. We checked off 2 boxes today. Well, 2 of our Gemini boxes, and then 1 of our satellite contract boxes. And we need, the Venus mission is built and ready to go. That's also awesome, which means I can start working on a comm relay satellite for it, just to kind of help and make sure that we've got comms and such. And nice gentle splash. Recover. Normal recovery. Yay! We did a thing! We finally flew Gemini after like a 10-year delay. We finally got that stupid fucker airborne. Oh, thank you, Sumo. Clappity clap clap. Clappity clap. And hey, I think we got some more free staff. Voluntold. Crew members leave extended. We'll be on leave until January 8th and November 21st. Mandy Kruger, man, I should have EVA'd them both. Jeez, 522 days. No earlier than 1971, and no earlier than 1973. She's retiring earlier, and she did the EVA. Oh, I guess her already got extended for doing other interesting things. I have no idea. When I recovered a VAB, it was a perfectly good Gemini he could slapped on another rocket. You're not wrong. And we got some crew report. Not much, but some. And some visual acuity. Excellent. We're back up to more than 1,000 science that we don't know what to spend on it yet. All right. And parts recovered, 4,000 funds. Excellent. And these 2 still haven't ranked up. Just at 1 star. Done. Okay. Let's see what we got for staff. Another 100 free Volontolds. I'm going to split it the same way as I did before. I'm going to hire 50 researchers and hire 50 engineers. Cool. He's wrong. Bah, works fine. Yeah, no. Dang it. Fine. And I think we're going to dump all 50 of them for now into LC-101. Yeah, we're going to start building stuff at the F2 hangar. And Orbiter 1, you don't have anything actual going on right now, do you? Yeah, the ComSat network that will need to be updated, but it is what it is. So we'll keep them fully staffed for right now. Excellent. All right, let's. Please don't nerf Fab recoveries. I like my shenanigans. I like my shenanigans too, but they keep poking me, saying no more shenanigans, Cosmo. This is the last time. Seriously. KCT edit math has no mercy anyway. Ain't that the truth? Jeez. Alright, so we're not going to pay too much close attention to our capsule just yet, although we will drag this down. Nope, that's not the right one. Cosmo, don't be stupid. This is what I wanted to drag down, like so. I don't believe I have an avionics unit in here. We're kind of playing close to the maximum, but I am going to up the scale on these. Yeah, let's just give them a full notch. Why not? The tech has increased significantly since the last time I was here. Speaking of tech, where's our antenna? RF band, yeah. Let's go to tech level 5, shall we? We shall. Boop. Yeah, we'll probably have to add some fuel cells onto that. Not Orbiter 1, not 350, 101A. Goes up to 160 ton. Man, we are way under the limit on this. So this is booster fuel. Yeah, you're at 92%. Where did we detune? 92%. Was it? I'm might bit confused here, or should I just grab a stock F2T build and slap it underneath this? I swear I limited a bunch of fuel at some point from something. Stringer tank, 92%. Or did I? Yeah, no, because this isn't showing me anywhere when I can... Huh. I'm very curious now. Minute and 11 seconds. Y'all should have a 2-minute runtime. Did I actually scale it physically down and retool the whole damn thing like an absolute idiot? What's the cost if I remove the rocket? Like, the entire rocket, or like the upper stage of the rocket? Like if I do this, or you just want to know the cost of the Gemini pod? $10,000. Capsule versus rocket cost. Did you roll it out to the pad, fill the tanks, revert to VAB, and then save? No, this is like something that hasn't been built yet. This is the file I would pull out if I were to build it. And I mean, we can remove that and that. It's $7,000. Apparently there's a drogue chute part somewhere. Mercury landing in control, Gemini landing parachute system, Mercury decam, Gemini drogue. Somehow I feel like that's not quite right. Yeah, pretty sure you got 0% edit progress after trying to reuse the capsule. I'm not trying to reuse the capsule. There's no edited anything here. Oh, you get 0% edit cost, but you save the 8 to 10 grand. Oh, you can still build Gemini rockets fast. You can train mission crew anyway. That doesn't feel right. Where the fuck does this part go? Other node, the hole. Huh? Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. And I put my LES back on. Because I spent, you don't even want to know how many hours building this stupid tower out of procedural parts. We're going to keep using it. I don't care if you like it or not. Alright, I'm going to add fuel cells and probably a bit more life support to this. Not really life support, but definitely a fuel cell or something so that we can stay on station for a week or two. Wait, that's procedural? Yeah. All of this. Yes, this is not the stock Mercury Tower piece. I did all of this. It's not perfect, but I'm pretty proud of it, so I'm keeping it. And oh, it's a clusterfuck. Oh, see, now this thing's all out of whack. Dang it. How did that happen, I wonder? Alright. There. Fixed it. I'm happier now. Anyways, good night. Right on, Simev. Thanks for coming by. Always good to see you. Thanks for the help and the tips and everything. Wait till he sees pre-built Gemini Tower and a few nodes. Nah. I like making my own LES towers is something I really just enjoy doing. I will probably never use a prefab one at all. This took hours and hours to make, and I keep reusing it because I genuinely had fun making it, and I'm pretty proud of it. So I'm going to continue to use it. Now, when it comes to Apollo, I'm gonna have to make a bigger one, and I'm kind of excited to make a bigger one, just so that maybe I can. Although honestly, the orientation of this was supposed to be so that the flat side was to the face, but it's gotten all twisted about since I retrofitted it from the Mercury program. So there's that. But anyway, y'all, I think I'm gonna actually wrap it up a bit early this week. Started early, ended early, so it's just I got a lot of work to do. A lot of work cut out for me. Honestly, hold on a second. Before we go too far with that, let's grab this and set it aside. I just want to see something. If we then stuff this under an F2 Bravo, which pull out the avionics here, get rid of you, put you back together as such. Our tonnage goes up to about 200. We're at 196 some odd tons. But I think our tonnage to orbit is a lot better. So I want to know where the hell I detuned this thing, because... Oh yeah, the boosters are thinner. These are 2 meter diameter, and these are 2.6s. So yeah, I wonder if we can scale the pad to fit this stuff, and our capabilities just go through the roof. Can we modify? Yeah, we can get our upgrade limit for max tonnage 160, maximum tonnage 217. Does that mean we can't upgrade or not? It'll take 18 days. Shit, yeah. Minimum tonnage would be 162. Height limit. Hold on. Let me cancel and let me drag this whole thing up a bit so that we've got a little more room to work with. Yeah, it still doesn't quite alter our height because they're actually doing a better job about calculating that. So I guess let's modify. Yeah, 18 days. Closest existing LC, F2 200. Yep, exactly. We're basically going to build another F2 200T pad. Modify. Cannot upgrade. Oh, hold on a second. I didn't see what that said. Cannot upgrade tonnage above the limit of 160 tons. Really? What happens if I clean? Set the LC stats to support only the current vessel, removing support for other vessels to reduce maintenance costs in exchange for longer renovation time. Existing. Sets the LC to match the currently existing LC. Does that mean, is that like a reset? I don't know. If I hit clean and modify, no, we're still above the 160 ton limit. That's why I had it detuned so far. Dang it. So, but the current pad limit is 160 tons. So basically, I'm going to need to build a new damn pad. Existing. Maximum tonnage 160, and that's our upgrade limit is 160. But that's what it currently is, because yeah, I upgraded this from a other pad. But yeah, still can't modify. Please wait for any reconditioning, rollback, or recovery to complete. Don't like that. We're just going to hit cancel. So if I want to do this, I need to get the tonnage below 160, basically. And we are currently at 196. Yeah, 200 tons. And we can drop fuel from the boosters. We drop a bunch of fuel from those boosters. That brings their runtime down to 1:58, which means we can drop a bunch of fuel down from these boosters. Ding. Because these top tanks fuel the inner tank, and I can do some dialing around with this to get it down to right around the 150 ton mark. But yeah, that's it's getting mighty close, and our staging is all out of whack anyway. So this is I'm gonna have to work on this. But honestly, it's time for me to wrap it up, and like legitimately time for me to wrap it up. Max upgrade is set when you first build the pad based on the initial tonnage. Yeah, fair enough. So if I want this to work, I've either got to detune the rocket a bunch or just build a new pad. But honestly, I want to get through this Gemini program quickly, and I really don't want to wait the next like year. Oh, I'm not doing the fuel up on. I'm not defueling the tanks. I'm limiting the utilization. So no, this is not the fuel on the pad cheese. This is the limit the fuel in the limit the utilization cheese. But I'm gonna spend some time, and I'm going to dork around with this and see if I can't get something that'll fit under the 160 ton limit and still give us the mission requirements we want. So yeah, there's that. Alright, y'all. Anyway, I'm going to roll the outro. We're going to find another Kerbal streamer to raid. I hope you will stick around for that. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. So I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.